India's defense budget for the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 has been set at 6.8 lakh crore, which equates to approximately 79 billion USD. Wow, that's a big ass budget. This represents a 9.5 increase over the previous fiscal year. But that's not the only thing with the Indian budget, right? Now there is no income tax for up to 12 lakh and under the new tax regime. More savings, more growth, more smiles for the middle class under the leadership of the Honorable PM Shri Modi. It's not just a budget, it's a celebration for every Indian family. Now you guys tell me, is this like under 12 lakh, like this amount of money, is this sufficient? According to the recent announcements in India, there is no income tax for individuals earning up to 12 lakh annually under the new tax regime. I mean, you could say middle class people, yeah, but like when I say middle class people, that doesn't mean that like everyone's in the same ballpark. Like, what is 12 lakh to USD? What is that? 12 lakh. I can't spell. So if you make under $1.2 million, you don't get taxed. This isn't just the middle class. This is like the upper middle class too. No, motherfucker, it's not? Okay. Well, then what is... Here. This. Into USD. Where's rupees? It's 100,000 USD? Okay. So if you make $100,000 or less, you're not going to get any tax. That's insane. That's great.
Demography, and demand are the key support pillars in our journey towards Vikasit Bharat. The middle class provides...
So wait, it's 15,000 USD? So if you make 15,000 or less, money like I am not enjoying relaxing in life?
India's growth. This government, under the leadership...
So if you make more than 15,000, you're still getting taxed? That's everybody here in the States.
Prime Minister Modi...
If you don't make 15,000, you're basically you're working a part-time job. Like that's what high schoolers make.
Has always believed in the
$13,841.25 to be exact. Wow. Yeah, everyone's still paying tax. That's like legitimately what like kids that get at McDonald's.
In recognition of their contribution.
Yo, my father won't stop talking socks today. I somehow made it into the stream by ditching him.
In recognition of their contribution, we have periodically reduced their tax.
Dude, yeah, your PPP is fucked up. Here, cost of living is low. The cost of, yeah.
Was raised to 2.5
just multiply it by 12 and you'll get the US equivalent, yeah.
Was further raised to 5 lakh rupees in 2019 and to 7 lakh rupees in 2023. This is reflective of our government's trust on the middle class taxpayers.
Well, it's not a trust. It's probably a reliance, right? Like the government relies on the middle class to fund taxes for infrastructure. Yes, you got the big whales of the people like Virat Kohli, who I'm sure pays, or MS Dhoni pays an absorbent amount in taxes, but there's only so many of them. If you can get a little bit of everybody in the middle class, you're actually going to get a lot more consistent money.
I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up
price power parity? You guys are so smart. Thank you, Archivist. I said it was price per person. Hell yeah, I love that. Everyone's banging on the desk. Hell yeah. $2,700 it is the average income in India. Wait, are we saying per year? Because that's almost like a paycheck. Mine per paycheck is still a little more than that. That's a year? Not a month? Yeah, but also the like the cost of living, like internet for you guys is what, $5? For us, it's $71 every month. So just the cost like balances itself out. In India, people look to escape tax or evade tax. Yeah, same in America. It's called tax evasion. So many rappers, so many sports people, politicians, they all get busted for that because they're trying to escape paying their taxes. Which, like, I get into a sense, like, for me, I definitely try to pay as little as I can, but I still pay my taxes. You know what I mean? But things are here. Yeah, that's what we're talking about with with like the cost of living. Like for you guys, rent is incredibly cheap compared to what it is here. Internet is incredibly cheap.
Energy supplies, promoting exports, agriculture, MSME.
Fire Nirmala Sitaram. This is the fire. Who is this? The finance minister? Well, why would you want to fire the finance minister if they just got a better budget? You're so frustrated with her? Why? I live in Mumbai and it's almost as costly as the West. You got to be the top 1% to survive here. That's what like this is what I'm curious with India. And you guys, I'm just going to speak from my heart. So if I say anything out of line, slap me and bop me in the nose. But it feels like India had, like in America, we have people who are insanely rich, like Elon Musk, and then we have people who are homeless and super poor, right? So there's an extreme of like wealthy and poor. But I feel in India, with just the population being so big and the amount of like culture, tradition, oil money, all of the stuff that's been there, I feel like the discrepancy is way higher, right? Like people are insanely rich to people who are so poor that even somebody who's homeless here in America is making way hand over fist more. It feels like the middle class in India is small. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like the middle class isn't robust. It has not been fortified, and it is growing. It's probably been growing since like 2019, maybe. But I could definitely see with this new management, no income tax, allowing keeping people to have more money into their homes, so that way they can invest it into local shops, invest it into their families, invest it maybe into the stock market. Am I off on this? Here, all people in the middle class or rich are looking to evade tax, but the poor don't pay tax. Well, yeah, but that's just human nature, right? Like if you're making money and somebody's saying, "Hey, you owe us amount of money," if you just say blindly "okay" and hand over the money, you're going to be taken advantage of. There has to be some negotiation. Yep, we have a shrinking middle class, extreme rich versus lower poor class in India, and that's what it seems. This is where like I've been fascinated with India because it seems like America in a lot of ways, where our middle class was robust and helped give us through a lot. Kind of our middle class made us the number one superpower in the world. And now with the government wanting to govern, it's continuing to siphon out the human resources, the money, the intellectual property, the creativity out of the middle class, which is the one that honestly spurs innovation and creativity and all of that. It feels like the rich are just kind of siphoning off of that, just like pulling it off, and it's turning us more and more into a lower poor class. Am I putting you to sleep? Look, we mostly live in cities that are middle class. Other rural areas like that are in Africa. That's why freebies are so popular here. Yeah, and I think that's why as infrastructure, and this is why I think, like we were talking yesterday, I think Rocker was saying like, why doesn't India just put an unlimited amount of budget for their AI projects? And I don't think AI is the number one priority right now in India. Should it be in the top 5 to 8? Sure, but I think infrastructure, education, and civic sense are probably the three biggest thing that India has to focus on at the moment. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, then please like the video, subscribe, and if you really like it, then share it with some of your friends. My goal here is to spread a positive message while sprinkling my 2 cents on big topics like American, Indian, and world geopolitics, and even small stuff like Twitch drama and online debacles. And if you want to see it live, come join me over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/ActuallyElrod. That's where I'm going to do all my reactions, and after the reactions, that's where we get down a game. And if you're like, hey, I have a video that I want this dude to sprinkle his 2 cents on, then come over on my Discord and let me know and join the community there. And while we're at it, I have to say thank you to everybody who has made that Discord just so poppin'. I never thought I'd have a Discord that's so flowing. It's really cool to see. Shout out to you, Bobby, Omni, Demon, all of you who have been in there who are just super active. Logie, you're the man. Logie is the one who's like modding and helping run the server, so thank you, Logie. Lastly, I challenge you. I have a challenge for you. Make somebody laugh today. We all know there's enough hate and vitriol in the world. If energy is contagious like the flu, then let's spread and get everyone contagious with our positive energy, right? Not negative energy, because there's so much of that. And if we could just be a small little change in someone's day, then you never know. Maybe that's the thing that starts shifting this world to a happier, healthier, just better place. And with all of that said and done, thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.